All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday live broadcast, Career Alchemy, happening right here almost every Wednesday, right around 1 o'clock, depending on my calls and my schedule, but usually right around 1 o'clock. And we're talking about not only practical and tactical things like I'm going to discuss today, but we also bring in the spiritual intelligence side of us, making sure that we don't ignore it or tamp it down in any way, because it's actually, in my opinion, the strongest form of intelligence that we have. And we've been keeping it a little bit under a rock, and now it's time. The world needs our intuitive sense to lead. We need guidance from all places, not just ChatGPT um, and webinars, but also from that inner wisdom that an inner, I would say, these creative ideas that just come up inside of us from who knows where. It's a mystery, but we want to tap into that mystery because that's how we're going to continue to change work culture so it works for everybody. And I'm going to really talk a little bit more about that next week. I'm excited about that particular topic. But today, more practical. And just because it's coming up a lot, we've had an unusual time within the tech space because we're having more layoffs than we've ever really had. And even back when, after Y2K, there was tons of layoffs at that point, or the 2008 financial crisis, lots of layoffs happening across industries, but tech was fairly steady, even in the financial crisis. Not so much after Y2K, but that was a little different. But now we're there because there's this new technology. Maybe you've heard of it, artificial intelligence, this new technology on the landscape that is revamping uh, and how we've been working and creating right now sort of the unknown greenfield of what could be. And so companies are stopping some things, they're slowing down their hiring. All of this is happening. And because of that, I've been getting a lot of questions inside of Career Alchemy Academy with the alchemists and my coaching clients around, you know, how do I make my resume get past the bots, right? Get past the AI tools and the ATS systems so that someone actually reads it. But in those conversations, I had a particular client who said, "So I'm creating this resume specifically to be AI ATS friendly so that I can get past that gate," right? Makes sense. Sends me a resume. It's good. I can see how the keywords are, she's got high frequency keywords and different things that the bots are looking for. But what was missing was her. Like I had no, yes, we're reading words on a page, but how many of you have read a poem and just were overwhelmed with whatever the poet was trying to get you to feel, right? Some feeling of sadness or joy or excitement. How many of us have read stories and our imaginations are creating the environment that our main character is in and feeling what our main character is feeling. So these words on a page do create emotion, and your resume are words on a page that should create some level of emotion. You want the human to feel it, to feel you in it, to connect with you in these words on a page. So yes, we want to optimize for AI ATS, and we want to, so it's kind of a two-part process, I guess I would say. that we want to step one would be, optimizing for ATS and AI, and step two would be optimizing for the human behind the technology. So, um, the the AI is looking for, or the ATS system is looking for clarity, not cleverness, right? So it's looking for consistency and these high frequency keywords and dates and titles and making sure those are clear and these skills. That's what it's looking for. They've given the technology um, the requirements either in the job description or just typed in or selected the top requirements for a particular role, and then they're having the tools do some of that heavy lifting at the front end to match what we're saying our top priorities are with the resumes that are out there. So absolutely, step one, optimize for that. But then you need to go to step two and take in the reader, because the tools are not judging your voice. They're not looking at bolding for emphasis. They're not really, maybe someday they will. Maybe that's the tool we should create, right? But they aren't paying any attention to story. If you're trying to story tell there, that's just not what they're looking for initially. And so, once you create this ATS AI friendly, kind of clean, clear, keyword searchable resume, then go back and put in the human, put your heart of who you are back into it. Because the reader is, trusting the technology has brought the keyword, that this resume will have the keywords we were looking for. And it's definitely going to verify that. I can tell you, having reviewed tens of thousands of resumes against job descriptions, it's going to verify that the resume or the LinkedIn profile that my search terms ask for, it is accurate and there is a match. Then I'm going to do a deeper dive. So once I'm like, oh yeah, these are the titles, lives in the right location, whatever those sort of things I was qualifying on. Okay, now that's confirmed. Now let's do a deeper dive. And it's going to, I guess, how do I want to say it? Again, looking for the heart of you. So it's going to start to think about your experience and growth. So the reader's going to want to look at the scope of your work and the level of your responsibility. It's going to be looking for impact, right? That's why they talk about putting in that measurable stuff. But I can tell you, the bots aren't saying, oh, does it say it increased? Probably not. It could, though, decrease revenue by 25%. If it says 24%, we don't want it, right? It's maybe looking for P&L responsibility, and then the reader's going to dig deeper into that. So it's going to look for those impacts, the results that show what you made happen. It's going to look for your experience. It's going to look at your career trajectory, that path you followed. It's going to want to see your approach to things, how you collaborated, how you made decisions, how you influenced people. So all of that's the goal of step two, is not just about the box checking, but connecting your contributions, the heart of you, to inside of the resume, so that the reader feels something like a good form of poetry or that heart-wrenching love story, right? And heart doesn't come from adjectives. It doesn't come from keywords. It comes from an energy. So there's certainly ways that you're setting up your sentences, and there can be some adjectives in there to give some feeling to it. But there's also this tone of self-belief in how you're stating your accomplishments and achievements that comes through as it's being read. So most people aren't struggling with the structure of the resume, but they're struggling with that claiming of their value that comes when you fully believe that, my experience matches this job description and is and or my experience is valuable. Companies, the impact and the growth that I've driven and the teams that I've mentored, guided, and developed, that have, and the team members that have gone on to do great things, these companies need this. They need what I have to offer. And I want that self-belief to come across in your resume as you're writing the structure. So how do you do that, right? You might be like, how do you do that, Laurie? That's fine. How do you create an energy? So one thing is stop minimizing. If you let it, say you let it. If you influenced it, say you influenced it. Quiet competence doesn't translate well on paper. So you need to just put it out there. If you want to write from contribution, so we talk about that. So it's not responsibility. Responsibilities are given to you. Contributions are what you're choosing to do with those responsibilities. That shift alone on your resume changes the tone for sure. And then finally, I also would say, let your decision making show. So how did where did you make decisions? Where are you prioritizing? Where did you challenge something? Where did you improve something? These things, the humans want to connect to see your judgment in things. It isn't the task list, but it's where did you decide these things? How did you prioritize these things? That's where the human side shows up. That's where your heart will show up. So the pro tip in all of this is to be keyword friendly for sure, but also connect with the human at the same time. The structure is for the AI, but the emphasis, the feeling is for the human. It's not about gaming the system, though we are trying to game the system. Okay. And that structure, that step one definitely is helping with that, but it's about how hiring is actually happening today. That's just that first step to get past there. But the hiring is about the human. So it's remembering that on the other side of the resume, the AI tool, any of the technology is a human hoping to connect with you, wanting to connect with you, wanting to feel your impact and your belief in yourself and feel your leadership come through. They want to feel all of that because you matched the ATS, you got through that first gate. Now they're feeling you, and it becomes a no-brainer to move you to the next step, the next interview. And that's what we're really the bigger goal. It isn't just to get through the AI. That's what I think has been happening, and why we might be checking some boxes, but then the resume is falling flat. So I don't want your resumes to fall flat. We want you to get those interviews. Right now, the goal is to get in front of these humans and share your value and impact and bring that self-belief with you so that you can continue to make a difference and do the work you're meant to be doing in the world. And as I said at the top, continuing to change work culture so it works for everyone by bringing the heart back into our workspace, starting with the resume. So that's what I have for you today. And thank you for joining me. For those who may be joining live, I never really know. If you have questions for me, always, you can DM me on LinkedIn. You can send me a message on Facebook and Instagram. You can email me. If you've got my email me. Ask me questions. If there's a particular topic that you'd like me to discuss out here live on the broadcast, bring it. I will, if it's something I can talk confidently about, I will do that. I will do the research behind it, and I will create something for the blog and for this LinkedIn restream really. So this live broadcast, because we're broadcasting, hello YouTube, hello Instagram, hello Facebook, hello LinkedIn. So we're broadcasting across all of these different channels, and I look forward to making sure that I'm bringing you what's top of mind for you right now. I'm helping to, kind of loosen up any of that stress that you might be feeling, because that slows everything down. And that does you no good, is not doing a service to yourself. And we fully believe in the market, in your demand in the market. So let's go. And if you want more support like this, join Career Alchemy Academy. Just do it. Just do it today. We've had 4 new people join, and we're continuing to grow and create something different than anything that else is out there, that brings in both your practical, tactical, strategic side of your career with that spirit-centered approach, where we often will just sit back and allow the next steps to be revealed to us. And isn't that sound like way more fun than ooh, you know, grasping and trying so hard? So that's all for today. Peace and talk soon. Thank you.